All right, I'm just going to get this out. I've heard some people say that they're going to leave the Church of Jesus Christ and just become kind of a general Christian because the teachings about the degrees of heaven seemed unfair and unmerciful and unloving. The way that they understand it, they believe that God will tear families apart. I've got two things to say about this. First of all, I do not believe that heaven is primarily about spatial proximity to other people. Based on a few verses in the Doctrine and Covenants and what seems most logical and reasonable to me, understanding the gospel in the context of all the scriptures, is that heaven is actually about becoming more like Christ than like standing next to people. So my personal belief is that if you leave the church, your family can still come visit you anytime that they want. You could be around whoever you want to be around. It's not about who you're standing next to. It's about who you're like. So that's the first thing. The second thing, if you are leaving the Church of Jesus Christ and are going to look what else is out there, and you still believe in God, and you go to Christianity, and you left because you were worried that, you couldn't be with your Mormon family, if you didn't keep all the commandments or something, which again, I said I didn't even believe, but anyways, let's say you're leaving for that reason. You do understand that most of Christianity that I've encountered teaches that if you're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, that the loving, merciful God will take your family and burn them in hell for eternity. So let's just lay this out. Option one, maybe you can't stand next to your family, which is something that doesn't even make sense to me anyways, but okay, let's just say you can't unbelieve that. Versus, not only can you not stand next to your family, but your family will be taken, thrown into a giant fire and tortured by God for eternity. This just doesn't make sense to me. It's my testimony that God is loving and God is merciful and God is just. And if we ever are looking at any doctrine that is not merciful or loving or just, then we don't understand it. We know that it's not true. Whatever understanding we have about it is not correct, because we know that God is merciful, loving, and just. A merciful, loving, and just God wouldn't do things that are merciful, unmerciful, unloving, and unjust. That doesn't follow. So before you leave the church for something, maybe make sure that you understand it in a way that is consistent with our understanding of God. And if the way that you understand it is not consistent, then it's time to rethink it. When it comes to sealings, my understanding is that, yeah, you're sealed to your spouse. You're also sealed to your... Sorry, I coughed. You're also sealed to your children. You're also sealed to everyone who has sealed themselves to God, and you are sealed to God. And I don't know exactly how this all plays out in the next life. I don't know what the difference is between these different sealings. I don't know if the way things are here is exactly the way that they are there. But I just think that's an interesting thing to take a note of. God's going to take care of it. It's going to be okay. We're all sealed together and sealed to God. Everything else will get worked out. If your understanding of something is not merciful and not just, it's wrong.